businesses generate in the economy. Tell us about your organization.
Yeah, well, when we started back in 1993, there was about $20 billion that African-American businesses generated. So we like to take credit for that growth. We're the fastest growing segment, according to the U.S. Census, of small businesses in the United States. Over the last 5 years, we grew at 44%, which is far above what the other segments have done. And that's probably based on timing. We've won the civil rights movement. We're in the front door. We can stay in the hotels. Now we're trying to learn how to buy the hotels.
Now, speaking of buying in the hotels, let's talk for a few moments about some of the initiatives that you're working on here in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, well, we have chapters, 150 in the United States, and we have chapters in Europe, Africa, the Caribbean. And a couple of big initiatives. One is trade, international trade, that we're working with our affiliates in Paris and the Canary Islands for West Africa, particularly the Francophone, French-speaking nations of West Africa. U.S. entrepreneurs and expertise coupled with the 8 million blacks that live in France and the Canarians who are of Hispanic heritage going together, joining in Africa. Now, another big initiative in the United States that's very important is our approach against poverty. And we've taken a law that was written back in 1968, known as Section 3 of the HUD Act, that was written after...
HUD meaning Housing and Urban Development.
Yes, U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. They put out $20 billion a year in funding for public housing authorities, for cities, for states, for counties. Of that, the jobs that are created from that $20 billion, 30% of those jobs are to go to people living in public housing or under the poverty level. They've never done it. They never implemented it. So we looked at this starting in 1998. And last year, before Congress, I was testifying, and Congresswomen Yvette Clarke and Nydia Velázquez from Brooklyn, they got it. They saw that. They have rewritten the HUD Act, Section 3 of the HUD Act, to put more teeth in it, and are going to require every mayor, every governor, every public housing authority to ensure and document that those jobs are going to people living under poverty.
So if I'm a black business owner of African-American descent, business owner, and I'm watching this program right now, how do I get involved?
You go to the National Black Chamber of Commerce, and we'll direct you to the local chapter. We'll direct you to the local HUD office. And also, if you are qualified, certified as a Section 3 business, one that does that, hire people living under the poverty level, you can get a set-aside on HUD funding projects.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's $20 billion worth out there.
So this is $20 billion, literally a pot of money that has yet to be used annually. So it's every year.
Right.
And this hasn't been used.
Well, at least it goes to the wrong people.
Interesting.
It goes to those who don't need it. The big boys rake it in. And what it's supposed to happen is that small businesses hiring people living under the poverty level, which is the mission of HUD, to alleviate poverty, should be taking advantage of this. So we're spelling it out, and I'm happy to say that in New Orleans, doing the rebuilding, we're at 63% of that workforce right now in New Orleans public housing facilities is Section 3 residents.
Wow. About how many members do you have, Harry?
We have 150 chapters reaching over 100,000 members.
And
business owners.
In all 50 states?
41 states.
Wow. And so is there anything that you're going to be doing to try to get in all 50 states for the next 5-10 years?
We take our time. We try to control our growth. So I'm not rushing to Idaho and Wyoming. Okay. So,
but let's say hypothetically I live in Idaho or I live in some other state. Where do I go?
You can directly join the national office.
Okay.
And we do have individual members way out there in various places. Fairbanks, Alaska.
Excellent. Well, we got about 20 seconds left. So just very quickly, what else on your website specifically is there up there that folks can take a look
I think you go to our website and go to the issues, and you'll see an array of items that we have been working for. We're very proud of the progress that has been done in the African-American community, and we think that we've contributed more than our share.
Well, thank you very much, Harry Alford. Really appreciate it. Well, for more information on how Comcast can get involved in your community, go to CNA.TV. Thanks for watching.